You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. And be sure to smash that like button. LSU just a couple of weeks away from the start of fall camp. Redshirt freshman offensive lineman Ory Williams will be out there. Right now, he's with us. Ory, great to have you, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Man, I'm doing awesome. We appreciate a couple of minutes. You know, I would love to know, as a guy who came in last year as a freshman and now going through this June workout period, how different is it for you this year compared to when you were here last June?
Well, I want to say for last June, I was a freshman coming in, so I didn't really know what to expect, and I was trying to take the back seat. I had Will Campbell, Emery Jones, Miles Dellinger, and Miles Frazier sitting in front of me. So, I was just trying to take from them and learn the best I could and the insides out of the offense. And so I took that, and for this June, it was a complete transition. I feel like it's going good. It's going way better than the first time, and, we're really moving up.
What do you think is the biggest difference?
Really, the biggest difference is, I got to step into my role. I didn't come here to sit on the bench. I came here to play. So really stepping out of my shell and being that vocal guy and that guy that's just trying to outwork everybody.
Yeah. It's interesting, man, because you're a giant. You're listed at 6'8", 335. Is that accurate, by the way? I'm sure you all weigh each other in height, weight, all that stuff in fall camp. What are you right now, height, weight?
Yeah, we weighed in this morning, actually, for the list. I was weighed in at 6'8", 336. I want to say 336.8.
Okay. That's pretty darn accurate. 6'8", 336.8. So, you go out there and you play in one game as a freshman. Or was it difficult to sit and watch for a guy who is so highly touted? You show up on campus and then you kind of have to go through that, like you said, with all those veterans ahead of you?
Well, honestly, during my recruiting process with Coach Davis, the whole time, it wasn't. He told me he wasn't going to throw me in that water because, we got veterans ahead of me, and I really, didn't have much, don't have much experience coming in. You know what I mean? So it wasn't hard considering the fact, Coach Davis kept it real with me and told me that, I'm not going to be able to play much because he wants me to learn the offense. So when I do play, it don't look sloppy or none of that. So. It was a hit to the heart, but you got to take it on chin and learn. So that's what I did.
Yeah, man. I love that. Let's talk a little bit about Brad Davis. What's it like playing for him?
Coach Davis, he's a great coach. The things people see on the internet, him ripping us and all that. That's part of his job. But other than that, he's a great coach. He's there to listen. He's there to help. He all around. He's there's a lot of things I can say, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But Coach Davis, he's a great coach. He's a great coach. He knows a lot. He's very knowledgeable, and I'm glad to be playing under him.
Yeah, or, man, when they let us, the media, go out to practice, you put a blindfold on me, I could find where the offensive line is just by listening for Brad Davis. You know what I mean?
No doubt. No doubt.
The other thing you mentioned, which is so interesting, you mentioned guys like Will Campbell and wanting to learn from him. There was a moment last year in fall camp. I shared this with our audience, but there was a moment last year in fall camp. Y'all were doing one-on-one pass rush drills, and you lost a rep. And I remember I was standing right there, and Will Campbell, he didn't say, it wasn't loud. He walked up to you and just said something. I don't know what he told you. Something kind of just low-key, casual, whatever, and then you won your next rep. And that was really indicative, I think, of his leadership style. What did you learn from from Will, from Emery Jones specifically as a freshman?
Really, so when I came in, there's a big. They preach the offensive line preaches bomb squad, and that means something more than football. It's hard work. It's grit. It's never giving up on your brother. I got you. You got me. So when that happened, in that situation when that happened, everybody gets in their head after they lose a rep. I think Will saw that. He came up to me and he told me what I needed to correct, and he gave me a little word of encouragement, and I won that next rep. But learning from them, I just learned grit. You got to bite down on your mouthpiece and go. Emery Jones, he is a tough MF. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Learning from all of them, that's one thing they learned is toughness. I learned from them is toughness and grit. That's what you got to have.
LSU redshirt freshman offensive lineman Ory Williams hanging out with us here courtesy of our friends over at the AP Sports Agency. Those guys have been awesome, man. They've been good enough to connect us with guys like A.J. Halsey and Bernard Gooden and now Ory Williams as well. Hey, I want to ask you also, man, the value of spring football. I know we're going into fall camp, but you go through June workouts, fall camp, your redshirt, and then you come back in spring and you get an opportunity to get back out there when the deck is cleared a little bit, right? The 4 starters we talked about are gone. What was the value of spring football for you this year?
It was big. It was showing that I'm more than my size. I can go out there and play with the best of them. And it was really just a big step forward into showing Coach Davis that he can trust me and I can get on the field and play. So really, this whole spring, I was just trying to show Coach that I'm reliable and I can get on that field.
Yeah, we get to go out and see a good bit, but not everything. So. You're listed as a tackle. That's primarily where we see you. But do you cross train ever? Do you play tackle and guard when you're out there?
I do play tackle and guard. Right now during spring, I play the majority of guard in spring. I've kind of adjusted to it a little bit. I like it a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, but if I need to play tackle, I can. It's good to be good at both. You know what I mean?
What did you like more about guard?
More about guard, so at guard you got, and that's one thing I learned about from Miles Frazier. You just got to be physical, and so coming up with them this last June, I got beat on, so now it's time for me to beat on them.
Man, I love that, dude. Sounds like you got the right attitude going into this year. I think the assumption here is that some of the transfers coming in are going to take those spots. DJ Chester is there. Is this an open competition to win jobs in fall camp?
Of course. Everybody's going for a starting job right now. We got a young line.
Last year, a giant talking point on the season was the struggles running the football. It was a thing. How much of a focus has that been for you all, the offensive line, this offseason?
It's been a main focus for us. That's the big thing we harp on. Is running the ball. We're a run the ball first offense, you know what I mean? So, Brian, Coach Kelly, that's what he harps on. We go through the O-line. Nothing goes through the O-line. If we're not moving the ball and creating a line of scrimmage, then what can we do? You know what I mean?
Hey, Ory, give me a guy on that offensive line who, because you have, as you mentioned, 4 starters are gone, a whole bunch of new faces and names. Give me somebody, a name that impresses you, that you go, dude, watch that guy. Athleticism, speed, power, whatever. Who? Say again?
Caris Kern. Caris Kern.
Why?
Caris Kern. He's an athlete all around. He's a dude. He's strong as ever. And he just comes in with the right mindset and attitude every day, ready to work. And he can definitely move people off the ball. He's a freak of nature.
Have you seen?
Keep it out.
Have you seen the video of him doing a backflip?
I have. I was supposed to be there. I was out of town that day, but I see it was crazy. It was crazy. He does it all the time in practice.
Could you do a backflip?
Me? Could I do a backflip? No, but I could definitely do a cartwheel.
Okay. Could you do?
I could definitely do a cartwheel.
Could you do a backflip on a trampoline?
On a trampoline, yes, I could. I cannot land it, but I can do the backflip.
Okay. Respect, man. What's your party trick? If Caris Kern can do a backflip, what's your party trick?
I can juggle.
Okay. How many items can you juggle at once?
3. I'm right there at the standard. I just started yo-yoing. Now yo-yoing is my thing. I can yo-yo like a master.
Okay. Can we get video proof?
I can. I'll make a video. I'll go by yo-yo. I'll make a video and I'll shoot y'all with it.
All right. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is I am Big O Baller.
I am Big O Baller, and I'm following you right now. Now you got to go do a yo-yo video. See, I see you cleaned up your feet here, man. But look, go do a yo-yo video, post it, or send it to me, and I'll post it and collab with you and all that stuff. Bro, I promise you, man. If you're as legit a yo-yoer as you're saying you are, we'll get that to go viral. I promise you.
Oh, well, let's do it. I got you. I'll send you the video in the next couple of days.
All right, perfect. Ory, good health, good luck this season, man. We appreciate a couple of minutes, man. Thank you.
Sounds like good. Thank you for having me on.
It's our pleasure. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.